Recording.
Thank you, Scott, for inviting me to be part of Saturday Night Alive. It's a great privilege and pleasure to be here and to talk about oneness, this ancient truth, this timeless truth. We just completed our 12th Global Oneness Summit. It's science-based. Its theme was opening to your universal self, a pretty deep topic. So in preparation for the Global Oneness Summit, I visited with Nassim Haramein, who you probably know. He's the world's leading physicist focusing on unified physics. And he has a team of researchers that are based there in San Clemente with him. And they are completing some research that maybe you know about. That's absolutely astounding. Maybe one of the most astounding topics that will come about in our lifetime, really on that level. And it's this whole unified field theory that is the subject of his research. Now, let me just do my best. I'm not a scientist, to just talk about what the conclusions of this research are. First, that the tiniest particles, which he calls quantum scales, and the largest objects in the universe, that his research touches on these and the connection between these, and he brings in something he calls cosmic constants, which are equations that talk about the relationship between these smallest particles and these largest cosmological objects, the relationship between them, the creation of these objects from small to large, the evolution of these, the field that is these objects. And his equations are down at a level of 13 decimals of accuracy, 13 decimals. So in other words, there's incredible research here that's affirming that everything from the smallest particles to the largest objects are connected, have relationship with each other, and where we understand how creation actually began with the Big Bang and the evolution of the universe. And then maybe most importantly, that the universe is alive. It's alive, it's breathing, it's intelligent. It's not dead. Now, the implications of this are absolutely astounding. They're absolutely astounding. What this means is that this whole field, which has been referenced, and the field as being out there, that it's up in the sky, that it's out there somewhere, that the field actually resides in each of us, in me and you, and each person. So, you know, it's often been said that we have access to non-local wisdom and knowledge. This research is accounting for that. The ocean actually lives in the atom, and it's not now just a metaphorical thing that's been shared. It's actually the rock solid peer-reviewed science that's sharing this is true. This is how the universe and we are made. So now things like clairvoyance, where we can see into the future, where we can feel things that are happening in the future. And there are many instances of this in my lifetime. And I'm guessing many instances of this in your lifetime. So this is accounting for clairvoyance. This is the science that's sharing this is how it happens. That this non-local knowledge, wisdom is we have access to. And the clair words, clairvoyance is only one of the many terms that talk about how we have access to and capacities that go beyond just our physical self. This research gives account for all of that. So the implications are astounding, and I'm not a scientist, So I invite you to stay close to Nassim Haramehn's research. I think his research paper will come out soon. And again, it changes everything. This is a science that changes everything. Of course, mystics and sacred text have over millennia shared that we are all one, that everything is deeply connected. And now there's a science that actually explains it all, not just the material world, but the physical world, the alive world, which physics has never done before. Nassim's research paper talks about how the entirety of the universe, material and non-material, alive, how we're connected to each other in relationship with each other. Nassim uses the term oneness, that we're an emanation of the one, that we're energetic beings, an emanation of the one, that our energy is affecting the whole. And this is an implication too. It's not only do we have access to this non-local information with things like clairvoyance, but we're actually, when we talk about how the universe learns, it's learning through you and me and each of us. That it's a learning, intelligent learning universe that's learning through all of the drops in the ocean, through each of us. So, and of course, this is something that's been shared too, but now there's a science behind it that talks about how we're a part of the one, how we access information from the one, how the one is actually learning from the particles that are part of the one. This research is bringing all of these things out. So just absolutely extraordinary. Now, the question becomes, what are we going to do with this research? So what are you going to do with this research, with this wisdom, with this new knowledge? Are you going to live your life as a part of, as the separated being, you know, in this American dream type reality? Or are you going to really embrace this truth now that science is now affirming? It's saying that we are all one, that we have everlasting life, that we have unlimited capacities, that we can access the field, that we are a learning agent for the field. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to be an expression of that? Are you going to live your life as a demonstration of that? Are you going to be an experience of that in your daily life? So this is the big question that's before us. Nassim's done incredible research with his team. He will be acknowledged, probably like Galileo. There will be many that will want to dismiss his research as he brings it forward. But in time, I believe, Nassim believes, that science will acknowledge the truth of our oneness. This will be the reality affirmed by science. So what are we going to do with this research? What are you going to do with this research? And I believe that humankind actually awaits our answer. Now, the research is a little ways out, and I think in the next few months, Nassim will bring it forward. Research is so substantial that Humanities Team, the nonprofit organization that I'm part of, created not only the Global Oneness Summit around the research, but we also created a program that's following the Global Oneness Summit. There's a free program actually that starts this coming week on 11/11, Thursday 11/11. There's a 60-minute program, 5 p.m. Pacific, with Greg Braden. It's called Secret Scientific Discoveries. So if you go to secretscientificdiscoveries.com, you can register for the program. And then Nassim's program is on the following week, his 60-minute program. So I invite you to check that out, become familiar with this research, and then go and be who you are. After really examining this research, I think our notions of ultimate reality can and will shift with this research. It's that substantial.